What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and I'm back for another video. And I am wishing you all a happy Madden season, happy release day. You know, when you get the game early, you always kind of take for granted how it feels to actually get the game on the first day. So I hope school and work are not taking up too much of your time. But let's jump straight into this draft champions mode here, which I'm really loving. First tip I'm going to give you is go with draft picks that are going to benefit your style. Right here I went with the Patriots playbook, specifically because there's a couple plays in this playbook that coincide with my scheme. And speaking of which, right here I saw Sheldon Richardson, who's a pretty good right end, DRC, who's one of the better corners, and then Earl Thomas III. I knew I wanted to go with the secondary, so I started it off with Earl Thomas III, who is one of the best free safeties. So coming up next, this was kind of a hard decision. I argue that most of your most important draft decisions are not going to be the elites or the legends. They're actually going to come in these average 80 overall gold collar players. Now right here specifically, I looked at Brandon LaFell, and even though you do want to have some pretty good playmakers, with his route running and his kind of lack of speed, I knew I didn't want to go with Brandon LaFell. And I already had a good free safety, so I went ahead and went with Chris Long, even though I'm not really big on defensive ends. So coming up next, I knew I wanted a good tight end, but I also needed a good right tackle, so we went ahead and weighed that pick right there. Now right here you might say, hey, go ahead and go with the elite because that red always gets us excited. But I was also worried about coming out of the draft and not having a good quarterback. I knew I was gonna jump at a left end because it's not something I'm really worried about. Right, here's another example. I mean, I see that Haloti Ngata. You know, it's always good to have that good defensive tackle, but with McCourty, that 91 speed and 92 acceleration, speed really matters in this game. And I wanted to make sure that I had a good secondary, as I said earlier. Now I run the ball a lot, so a left tackle or a solid halfback is important, but my scheme calls for a pretty good tight end too. So as you can see, the draft champions is not really straightforward. So which one would I pick here? I went with the Travis Kelce because he's a pretty solid tight end. I think he's the third best. Some argue he's the second best tight end overall in the league. This one was a little easier just because I already had a tight end. So what I was gonna do is go with whoever had the best run blocking, and that's why I went with that left guard right there. For my next pick, I'm not big on defensive ends, but I am big on outside linebackers. But I'm telling you right now, man, go with cornerbacks. Make sure your secondary is on point. Having already picked a couple cornerbacks, I was tempted even still to go with Orlando Scandrick because he is a pretty good cornerback in Madden. Defensive ends I can wait on, but Anthony Whitworth right here, I can't go wrong with that. As you guys are gonna see, I'm huge on the run game. And then right here is just the same mentality. I mean, I already had a tight end in Travis Kelce. I would have liked to have Greg Olsen earlier, but I'm probably gonna go with anybody on either the Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line if I need it. Now, being that I already had a quarterback, I knew I needed some receivers. I also needed some players that I can have a pretty nice return game with. So that's why I went to Eddie Royal. I hope you understand how the draft should go as you're seeing all of this. Now, I did have a 3-4 defense, so having good middle linebackers is going to be a plus. But being that I have a 3-4 defense, should I go with the run-stopping defensive tackle right here? I also don't have a strong safety, as Earl Thomas is a free safety, so I made the decision to go ahead and strengthen that secondary. Right here I got a pair of elites. We spoke earlier about kind of what we needed on the secondary. I had already gotten that strong safety, so let's go ahead and go with Arian Foster to get a pretty solid running back right here. And remember we talked about weapons, so I got Torrey Smith, and I feel like my receiver's looking pretty good. And then right here, Christian Okoye comes up. I already had a defensive tackle. Joe Horn is a beast receiver, but I can't pass up Christian Okoye. I just can't. You guys know that in the video that I made a video that was specifically for him. I've talked about him several times. This Joe Horn is pretty beast, and he looks like a really good possession receiver, and he has high speed for this year's Madden. But look at all these running stats from Christian Okoye. So I went with him. Man, I got really excited to see him, guys, because I've been wanting to try him out. I've been telling you that for months now. And this is what the lineup looks like, but hold on. You guys remember I had Arian Foster. And you might be thinking, Tech, what are you doing subbing him out? That's right, I put Christian Okoye at halfback because he still has good, at fullback because he still has really good run blocking. He's not as fast as most other running backs. So this would give me a really great 1-2 punch, as my scheme this year actually has a lot of I formation and some strong formation right here. So I kept Christian Okoye at the third down back position. As you can see, I'm going up against somebody who has a pretty stacked defense, but not a lot of people on offense. So right here, 3rd and 4, we're gonna jump straight into that gameplay. I stop him, he goes for the no huddle. Look, it's only the first quarter, first possession. I haven't got the ball yet. So on 4th down, I'm gonna send a lot of rushers at him. His running back can't pick up the block, and I come in straight for the strip sack. I don't pick it up, but that gives us the ball at the 12. And right there, my opponent just shuts off his Xbox. The funny thing is, once you lose a game on head-to-head draft champions, you're donezo. Like, that's it for your team. You have to go back and redraft. So next I came up against somebody who has a pretty stacked team. He has Terrell Davis, and he has Aaron Rodgers. So right here, I was pretty confident that I was gonna have some competition. On the opening kickoff, I kick it off. He has Percy Harvin, a little juke to the left. I missed the tackle, and he's off to the races. Right there, you actually see Christian Okoye on. Oh, and I miss it. So opening kickoff, he's gonna run it back. That changes up the scheme, does it not? Hell no. You know we still gonna pound the rock. So right here you see Christian Okoye, and I'm loving the new run animations. Get used to all the new things that you can see. Right here on 3rd and 8, as you can see, I threw the bullet to Torrey Smith for the curl. On the sweep play on 2nd and 5, I don't know, I may be wrong about Christian Okoye. Look at that speed to get to the outside and get the first down, and it still takes a lot of people to get him down. As you can see right here, he hits the holes pretty fast, so I gave it to him once again on the sweep to take advantage of that speed. I don't know, man. He looks like a pretty beast option for running back. I'm surprised that he's actually that fast. So as I kick it off, my opponent is gonna once again try to bounce it to the outside, and he's once again off to the races. Could this be a repeat of Madden 25 when it was very easy to run back kicks? On 2nd and 1, look how fast Terrell Davis is. What do you think a backfield of Terrell Davis and Christian Okoye would look like? I mean, look at Okoye. He's very good at catching the ball out of the backfield. So that really enticed me. Right here, 2nd and 2. Phillip Rivers on the run. Makes a nice connection down the field for the first down. On this year's Madden, you can't just go on the run and chunk things up. The on-the-run throwing aspect really matters. So as time's running down right here in the half, Christian Okoye gets the ball one more time and runs somebody over, but that clock is ticking, 13 seconds left, 2nd and 4. I route to the right. Look how many people are back in coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and run and slide it in. So 5 seconds left, and I completed to Torrey Smith, so we go inside up into the half. So I got the ball in the half, and I'm gonna start pounding the rock right here. 1st and 10, we get the nice gain, and let me tell you, I'm disappointed. Look at Christian Okoye with a visor. His bars are wrong. His shoulder pads don't look like they usually do. I'm really disappointed how they made him look, because right there, oh my God, that was a horrible read. He was just waiting for it, so he intercepts it. That could prove costly. It's tied, 2nd and 11. My opponent completes the nice pass. He has blockers down the field, almost brings it in, but he doesn't. And then on 3rd and goal, he makes a pass. I was usering it, but my user game is kind of weak right now. I should have at least swatted that down. I tried to go for the pick, and I got no reaction. 3rd and 8. I had a nice little streak route up the middle. I mean, I don't even know that was a streak. And once again, I thought he should have picked it off. But my tight end right there, Travis Kelce, paying off for me, catches it. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going into overtime. So I get the ball at overtime, 2nd and 5. Once again, I give it to Kelce, and Kelce's gonna run in for the touchdown. No, he's gonna get caught from behind, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the man of the hour, Christian Okoye. And that's gonna give us the almost stops it, but that man cannot be denied. Hey, listen, if you're liking Madden 16, if you like this video, go ahead and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. But most importantly, take care of yourself, guys. Give us a couple likes for some more of that Madden 16 content in the comment section below. Let me know what you've been doing on Madden 16. And take care of yourself. Peace. What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and when you hear that sound, you know what time it is. It means that we're back. We're back with new content. We're back with a new video game. It's a new football season, and I'm very excited. Now, I can do a lot of talking to start off, or we can jump right into it. So listen, what's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and I'm back with some Madden 16 Ultimate Team news. And specifically, this week, EA has been releasing what legends we are going to have at launch. So let's get right into it.